Previously on Forsyth Fantasy Hour.
Emmi, I want you to meet someone here. Right here is one of the new associates coming into Weapons and Gear. My name's Reddick Richardson. It's good to meet the two of you. And you hear the sounds of each of the doors automatically shutting down.
You might want to join us in helping us, or /die, because that's a really big possibility here today.
Well, that's something I would like to avoid. You know, honestly, what I think is happening, but he would say when there is more Wellforges active, the stronger each one got.
Uh-oh.
So you were saying that one was already active, so that's what's causing the power surges here. Any of the codes that me and my brothers will have will open any door in the facility. You need all 3 codes to open the engine room. Is Lawrence not his name?
I thought his name was Gordy.
He told me it was Lawrence. I asked her, of where I could find Nicholas Stormborn. She led me to this direction. She gave me this little thing. It was almost like a little pill that was, infused with magic or something.
This happened right after we met you on the way to Sixport.
What are you talking about?
Because that was you that got my arm on our way to Sixport.
What do you mean got your arm? I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow, where's that? Because I see all the pieces.
Yeah.
I was like, what is
it? Was a spider.
As in a mechanical spider?
The only thing you notice is there is a symbol, a very stylized J. Emmi, do not repeat this. Things have seemed a little shady, and I don't know if we can trust these dwarves. Things have gotten worse for Emmi and Jak, but hopefully they can survive long enough to figure out who's behind all the confusion of weapons and gear. We're back in this workshop. The character's very exhausted.
Jak.
And burpy.
Just lots of carbon, just lots of air taken in, breathing.
You guys are, even though none of you actually took damage.
Yeah.
Which is quite surprising.
How about that?
It was a highly stressful event, but...
And you were standing right in front of Brutus, who was looking at the 3 of you in...
disbelief.
Yes, thank you.
Because he just looks that way.
Yes.
He just looks like a big, sweet, not the sharpest of the bunch, but I think he too doesn't know. I don't know.
It seems like you know how to approach him.
Yeah.
I'm staring at my hands still.
Because they quit glowing.
I'm in disbelief as well.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to start this. You're gonna have to move this forward.
Okay. So. Brutus, we came in here looking for you because we need codes. Evidently...
Oh, engine room.
Yes. We have one. We have Maddox.
Where's Maddox?
He's kind of on the floor, hurt a little bit right now, but we have Robo.
Oh, yeah, no, he was super brave. He took one for us and said that we gotta go help out his brothers.
That's right, and y'all would continue to help us get the other codes. He gave us Robot.
He's looking at you going,
My brother would never do that. You're lying. What has happened? I need to know.
Well, he's also been a little shady. This operation, you notice how...
That sounds like... He looks at Jak and he goes, that's my brother.
That's more like him.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I'm usually better at the whole talking thing. I just, my hands don't usually glow. So. Sorry. Sorry, Emmi. You keep up at this.
Yeah, we came actually here to try to talk to him about shutting down the forge. There's a lot of problems that have been occurring, and as you notice with the power going in and out, there's other forges. It's really a dangerous situation. We told him we need to shut this down, and he wouldn't have it. So then lots has taken place, but he did give us Robot as one code.
Good.
and he pulls out his, and he goes,
Here, mine is Smith.
Oh, okay.
So it is 5 characters.
It is 5 characters.
Okay.
So now we need Gordy's.
Oh,
we need your brother.
No, Gordy's is the only one that is 6. It's engine.
Oh, you know this.
Oh, so you know the other code
It's engine.
2, and
That's
now
it.
we have all 3 codes.
Yes. So now all of us need to get out of here and over to...
Wait, but we shouldn't leave just yet. Are you sure?
Why?
Is it safe?
Don't know. But we have to get to the engine room so we can put in the codes so we can open the doors.
Look, this aside, I know that she said that the well forges are starting to get dangerous, but there is another thing, actually, and your brother wasn't paying any attention to us about this, but I was trying to tell him about how the government over in Six's port is catching on to this business.
When you say that, there is a visible reaction out of Brutus. Like, he kind of perks up when you say that.
Yeah, they were actually here investigating you guys, and
They may still be outside.
They might still be outside. Actually, I'm a little bit worried that there might be way more of them outside, given that the entrance got blocked off because of the shutdown.
They probably thought, what is going on? And they may have called for reinforcement. Who knows?
Yeah, we actually should probably get out of here as fast as possible if we don't want to deal with them. If they're running back for reinforcements, they'll be back later with way more people.
But we need to shut down.
We do need to do what we came here for, though.
He kind of sits back and walks, and he walks over to his little like worksman table, and he kind of he's running his hands along its edges and like putting it in between like the grooves, and he goes,
I wanted to be professional blacksmith. Matic wouldn't let me. He told me to do this instead. Got me in trouble. Now things seem worse.
And he's just kind of still at the table.
Well, you know what? You can still be a real blacksmith out there, just not in here.
And he turns and he goes,
I need to see your hands.
And because
I show him my hands.
He goes and he kind of looks at your gauntlets and he's like,
powerful magic. Where'd you get these?
I take a minute. All right. I got him from a good friend of mine. Passed away. But he gave me some cool things. Gave me this cloak. Gave me these gauntlets. Among a few other things. You stick with us, I can show you what the other thing is too. But, yeah. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, he's kind of looking at it and he's just kind of like nodding. He's really enthralled by it. What do you guys do next?
I got more where that came from, and I'm thinking that maybe we should make our way to the engine room.
So you guys start walking towards the engine room?
Yes.
As you say that again, Brutus kind of looks at you guys and he's like,
Are you sure it's safe?
We don't know.
And then as soon as that happens, you hear Reddick over the intercom. And you hear him say, Whoa. Hey, how'd you get here? I thought you were stuck in the engine room. Hey, Lawrence? And he goes, no, wait, don't attack me. Jak, Emmi, help. And then there's a cutout and there's a loud scream. And then you don't hear anything for a little bit.
Uh-oh.
We should rush over there.
Yes. Okay, also, too, do you have any idea why your brother Gordy, he thinks is Lawrence?
He shakes his head.
He keeps talking to a Lawrence.
And Reddick was talking to a Lawrence this whole time.
Do an insight check.
20.
Ooh. Brutus knows something about Lawrence. You can totally read as soon as you say that. He is deeply feared by that name.
Uh-oh. So I say, Brutus, what is going on with this Lawrence guy? Where's Gordy?
Don't say Lawrence.
Okay.
Don't say it.
Well, he's out there and he is attacking Reddick, so I guess we better go, Jak. Come on, Reddick.
You guys go. I'll follow behind.
Okay, come on, Reddick. Roderick. sorry, dude.
And so you guys are going out. You make it into the three-way intersection of the hallway.
Yes.
And you turn, And when you see the factory door, it's closed.
Oh,
So where it was left open before.
Great.
yes.
Okay.
Is there a way for us to open it from this side?
Yeah. Well, to put in
Yeah,
one of
to
the three.
just put in the codes, right?
One of the 3 codes that you have.
Okay. I run over to it and I input Smith.
Okay.
Yeah.
It opens, and as it opens, you see Matic standing in between one of the channels, drinking a healing potion.
Oh, nuts.
In his other hand, he has a bloodied suit jacket, and like his hand is dangling over one of the channels. He looks different, and he's just standing there, and he throws the empty bottle on the ground, and he pulls a small receiver from his belt, and he's just staring at all of you.
Uh-oh.
And as you walk into the room, Emmy, you go, and then Jak does. And Roderick's kind of slowing down as Brutus is behind him. Brutus pushes Roderick into the factory and shuts the door.
Oh, great. Cool.
Yeah, so
Brutus,
It's-
hold on. Okay.
well he's
awesome.
and he's so he is scared of all of them. Or
He's just, he's scared.
Do you
Okay.
call out to him from the other side of the door? Or?
no, there's no point.
I mean, I try putting in a code to open the door again.
Door won't open.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Hey,
Matt.
how are you doing? I'm just careful not to call him by his name. He does not seem like the Matic I met like a minute ago.
He doesn't respond.
Are the automatons still up?
They're not moving and they're not searching anything. They're just kind of staring there. And as you start looking at the other robots, Matic drops the suit jacket and starts moving his hand slowly towards the receiver. He's holding his hand. It's a little box that has a switch on it and an antenna.
I
What is that?
yell out, "Hey!" just to get his attention.
He does not move, and his hand is still moving towards the receiver.
Okay, cool.
Where is Reddick?
He doesn't respond.
All right. I try to do a quick action here.
Okay.
It'd take me a minute to load my crossbow.
I would say it's already loaded, but
Okay, yeah. So I take out my crossbow and I try to shoot it at him.
are you trying to just hit him, or are you trying? What? Are you like?
I'd want to shoot at his hand, but I would figure that if I'm doing this so fast, I'm just trying to hit him in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wouldn't be upset at all if he hit him.
Yeah, like,
not at all.
Actually,
Actually,
yeah. So I guess I'm just trying to hit him. Ooh, 18 plus 4.
Oh shoot, that's
That's a hit.
that's over 20.
Yeah.
That's like 21 or 22.
That's 22. Yeah.
Which hand do you want to hit? I'll give you that option. The hand going to the receiver, or the one holding the receiver?
there's the one holding it.
If I hit the one holding it, there's a chance that
He'll drop it.
he'd drop it. But what if like
The other
it
hand.
activates on?
Yeah, but the other hand that's going towards it.
Do you think he'd drop the receiver anyway if I hit his other hand? Like he'd freak out.
Maybe. Don't know.
Do whatever you want to do.
I do kind of want to pierce the free hand. Maybe get a bolt stuck in his hand there.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to do that. I'll hit his free hand and maybe he freaks out.
So yeah, the hand going to the receiver, it just gets shot with a bolt, and there is a bolt going through his hand, and he winces, and he kind of like shakes his head a little bit, and then just stops moving.
Matic?
Let's call him Lawrence.
That's what I was. Lawrence?
He turns his head up.
There you go.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, buddy. You doing all right? You seem kind of out of sorts. I'm slowly walking over to him.
Okay,
as I'm
now he's
talking.
just like looking at you, and it's not in a threatening way. It's just
curious.
Probably.
Registering, maybe.
I won't say what it is.
I think he's been taken over. Maybe he's a doppelganger.
Maybe he's a doppelganger. Maybe he's a robot.
Maybe he's a robot.
If you want to
I hold my hands up to him. As, like, you know, kind of like the whole, like, you're walking up to a hostage situation type
sure.
thing, and you have your hand on your belt, like on your holster type thing.
Okay, he's just looking at you.
So I'm just kind of slowly walking over to him, and I guess I'd just try to persuade him not to do whatever it is he's doing.
Okay.
Lawrence, we're just really, really confused right now. All this is happening. All the automatons are acting a bit out of sorts as to how we were told they were. The room is all shut down. There's a huge chance that the feds from Six's Port are on their way here right now. Lawrence, I'm afraid we haven't met properly, but I feel like, you know, if we're the same, just two beings trying to, you know, make it in life, I would assume that we wouldn't want to get caught by the feds or get hurt by these automatons, or hey, maybe by our own hands, you know? We don't want to get hurt by you know, each other. So whatever's happening, you know, maybe we should take a minute
While
and
he's
speak
talking
to me.
would it be okay if I'd be like walking?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so you keep talking to him because
Yeah.
I'm walking towards the office. Because remember Reddick?
Yes.
So while he's talking and he's got his attention, I'm walking towards the office.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Roderick starts walking around and he's looking at the automatons. That's what he's doing.
Okay.
So I want to cut to Emmy. So as you go into the office, so what are you wanting to do going into the office?
Well, first of all, I think that something. Remember, he said Lawrence this and that, and he says, I think he was either attacked or he's hurt or something. I don't know what I'll find in the office, but I thought, well, he's got his attention. I'm gonna go look in the office.
As soon as you look in the office, you can see where Maddox used to be, where he was like laying on the floor unconscious, and then you can tell because he was kind of like bleeding. Like there's some signs of blood, like very little. And then before I go to any more, I'm going to need you to make some sort of check, probably investigation.
20.
Okay. So as you look around, there's not a lot of blood. There is the blood that was initially from where Maddox was laying. You can tell the little PA receiver has been torn out. Other than that, the entire office looks exactly the same, and Reddick is nowhere to be found.
Oh.
I think, I mean, this is just a player talking. I think Reddick, that was his suit jacket, and that maybe Reddick was either dropped into the channel or Reddick was consumed somehow.
And also, too, we keep going. Brutus said, don't mention, Lawrence. He was afraid of Lawrence.
Don't mention the name.
Yeah. And
So as Emmy, you kind of realize like nothing's really changed. Roderick's walking around and he's looking at the automaton. None of them, their eyes are completely shut off. And he tells Emmy, he goes, they're not moving anymore.
And yet, Maddox is all strange.
And then now we cut back to Jak.
How much closer am I to him now?
You are...
Am I like, could we shake hands?
Yes.
Okay.
And he hasn't done anything. He's just kept on looking at you. Make an insight check.
That's 15 with my 5. That's 10 plus 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say you succeed. Cool. He's awaiting a command.
I take a minute, I register that, and I go, give me the receiver.
He hands it immediately to you.
Oh.
And then he just stands there and he's waiting for another command while his hand still has an arrow in it.
Take the arrow out of your hand.
He looks and he like very meticulously breaks off parts of it to remove it, and then he starts pushing like the arrow out of his hand.
What else is coming out of his hand? Blood?
Yeah, it's
or
blood.
Wires? Oh, it's blood.
It's blood. Yeah.
Okay.
So, meanwhile, me and Roderick are standing there, right?
Roderick's like.
Well, but I mean, I'm standing there.
I
can hear what's going on and see what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Tell him that we need to go open the engine room.
Can you open the engine room?
He nods and he goes, yes, I can. And he walks over, and he just starts walking towards the engine room, and he's gonna go start opening it.
Okay.
That's weird.
I call out to Roderick. Roderick, keep an eye out on him. And I walk back to the door to the workshop hallway to try to find Brutus, because I do not know what's going on, and he's the only cause I have for answer to this.
But remember, we're still missing a Gordy, who has evidently been taken over by the Lawrence. And
But Lawrence also, or Gordy should have also been stuck between the doors, or Lawrence, because that's what.
Okay, so as you walk towards the door, Emmy, you're still by the office, just kind of like, hands on your temples, going, I have no idea what's going on.
Right.
Roderick, now he's pretty far away from you, Emmy, so where you're not telepathically communicating anymore.
Oh.
But you see him and Maddox going towards the engine room doors, and he starts putting in a code for the first one.
Why don't I just walk towards there?
Okay, so you start walking towards there.
Yeah, because there's no reason for me to just stand there.
Yeah,
It
and
seems like the automatons aren't moving.
and
They're
as
not
you
moving.
pass by the automatons,
Yeah. they're
they're not doing
I'm
anything. You still
walking
have the receiver, right?
I do have the receiver.
Got the receiver. Those two are ahead of me, but I'm walking towards the engine room.
So you're at the door.
Yeah, I'm just trying to open it again so I can get Brutus.
Okay, do you put in a code?
Yeah, I put in engine this time.
That one flashes, and there's a when you do that, it says incorrect.
I put in robot.
It says correct, but the door doesn't open.
And then there's only Smith left.
Smith.
Correct, door doesn't open. And as you're looking at trying to put it in, the door's not opening. You hear one of the engine room doors open, and Roderick goes, and he tells Emmy, I don't see the little one.
Oh.
And then, like, all this is happening in what's the director? Christopher Nolan. All these scenes happening at once, flashing between each other. Maddox is going to the next door, and he's putting in a code. And then Roderick is just waiting behind him. Emmy, make a perception check. While she does that.
Yeah, because remember, I'm almost there now, because I'm speedily walking that way. So that's 16 plus perception.
Ooh, nice.
18.
18? Okay, very good. You, as you're walking, you hear something coming from the storage room. Like just sounds of like rustling. And then above you, you see on the ceiling, because these ceilings are really high.
Oh, yeah.
A shadowy figure and a long
Tendrils? Fingers?
legs are hanging from there. And as you look up and you see it, it scurries into a hole and then goes into the ceiling.
Great.
Cool.
No.
Jack, is there anything you want to do at the door you're at?
I mean, I knock. I knock. I bang on it. I'm calling out for Brutus.
There's no response. And then you hear another sound. It's the second engine room door getting opened. And Roger goes, There's still no Gordy. And he says that to Emmy. And Emmy, I assume you shout that to Jack.
Hey, Jack. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Maddox walks to the last door and he starts putting in a code.
Okay. Taking this all in, I scream out to Emmy, so maybe she could. I'm just gonna try to catch up to Maddox now, but I try to to get him to stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
To stop that opening that last door?
Yeah, I guess I just yell, hey, stop. Don't open that.
He's still going. I'm going to need you to make an athletics check to really like run there.
Okay.
And you're like, by this point, you're just telling okay, we'll see what happens.
Okay. 17, 18. Yeah, 18.
Okay, you are full-fledged sprinting. You are dashing, and I assume you run by Emmy, telling him like, make sure he stops. And when you're shouting at Maddox, stop, he still keeps going.
I continue to sprint, and I go, Lawrence, stop.
He stops immediately. He stops right before he touches the little keypad.
Okay.
So this Lawrence is the key to everything.
Lawrence, open the storage room.
He starts walking to go back to the storage room.
I follow
now
Lawrence.
They were in here. I
Yep.
was right here. Okay, so now
So now,
we're
after
all
some time, because
congregated.
he's taking his time walking, his hand is still bleeding, and he's just walking over, and he goes over, and I assume the three of you just kind of congregate around here, and Roderick tells the two of you, because he tells Emmy to say this, he goes, I don't think we're going to like what we find behind that door.
Oh, great. He thinks we're not gonna like what we find back here.
I mean, I didn't want to open the engine room right now either. You told me about the ceiling, right?
Oh, yeah. Did you tell him?
Well,
That there was...
Yeah.
while all this was going on, remember? Okay, so I see it. So when I see it, I probably
yelled.
did go. Oh my God! There's something up there, and it's blah, blah, and I must have said it, and you heard it.
Okay.
So yes, because
Yeah.
you know I'm not going to be like quiet about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, ah!
I'd rather find out what's happening in the storage room than open up the engine room to whatever's in the ceiling.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I guess I just kind of ready my gauntlets.
Yeah. I mean, do you do anything to get ready?
Yeah, I mean, I do have those brass knuckles, but I can't remember. Remember you were going to tell me what I can or
They
can't
do do damage. They just don't do bludgeoning damage, which I thought was what they did. But yeah, so you ready?
And I also have a shield.
Oh, you want to have like one knuckle and one shield?
Yeah.
Captain America this?
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Which one though? Thoughts or prayers?
Which
Because they do different damage.
That's
they
right.
do.
Yeah.
Prayers is radiant, and thoughts is psychic.
Is what?
Psychic, like mental damage.
Damage.
So Roderick, he's paws out. He's ready to pounce. Jack, you've got your gauntlets. You're ready for this. Emmy, which brass knuckles do you have?
Yeah, radiant.
So you have prayers in one hand, and you got your shield in the other. You guys are ready. And as Maddox calmly opens the door, do you watch to see him put in the code?
Yes.
Sure, we're all standing right
Yes.
Okay. He actually puts in a code that you don't recognize. It says craft.
there. Great, because we knew the other three, so there was really 4.
Or maybe there was only 3, and Brutus gave us a fake one.
It says correct, and the door opens, and in the storage room, which the storage room is a very, very long, open room brimmed with these boxes that you've seen before. It's the same boxes you got your new items from. And so there are a bunch of different levels, and you can clearly see that they're marked. Like one says Warrior AD, Warrior BE. And then you can see where the box for Cleric was taken out, the one for Rogue was taken out. On the floor, there is someone rummaging through a couple boxes that says Artificer. The boxes that they've taken down is A, D, B, E, C, F, D, G, and E, H. This is the most boxes that there are in the storage room. In the storage room, like, Cleric only goes up to CF. There are way more Artificer boxes than there are
anything else.
anything else. The person rummaging through these things is Gordy. Hey everybody, Scotty here with a quick little pop in just to say, hey, thanks for listening to the show. If you like what you hear, leave us a review on Apple Podcast or other podcast services or podcatchers, as the cool kids say. Don't know if they actually say that, but some people do. And if you're listening to the show on YouTube, why not subscribe and check out our other shows on the Scotty Milad channel. That's Scotty, SCOTTYMILAD. We have a short little series going on through the rest of January, as the crew and I are talking about our favorite movies, TV shows, and video games of 2017. You can also follow the show on Twitter at FFH Podcast, so you can stay up to date on everything that's going on with the show, development-wise. So, that's all I had for this week, so I will let you get back to this thrilling episode. I think Tristan and Vicky did an awesome job, and I had a ton of fun toying and messing with them in this very thriller, suspenseful little arc. Speaking of which, the next episode will release on February 13th, and it is the final episode of the Taking Care of Business arc. So, you better believe things are about to get exciting. Thanks again, everyone. Enjoy the episode. He's going through and he's picking up these like weird items and then putting them into another unmarked box. And he just kind of keeps doing what he's doing.
Does he doesn't see us?
He doesn't seem
To notice?
notice. Yeah.
Okay. I think I instantly, I don't think I tell them, but I just put I think I put my hood up and I just kind of sneak into a dark corner of the room and try to put myself in a position to get the drop on him in case that happens. And I guess I just kind of leave you two or three, because you're with Lawrence. Mm-hmm. I guess kind of leave you guys to try to get his attention.
Well, after he opens the door, does he just stand there?
Yes.
Okay, so I just call out to him. I just go, Gordy.
He doesn't do anything. Make a stealth roll.
I'm thinking that they're all possessed.
Me too.
By some kind of doppelganger.
Stealth?
Yes.
That's 16 plus 4. That's
Okay,
a twin.
you were gone.
I am in the shadows.
There goes Jack. He just completely disappeared.
I Batmaned out on you guys.
Thanks.
Roderick starts. He doesn't say anything to you, Emmy. He just starts kind of closely going and sneaking up towards and looking at what Gordy's doing.
Maybe you should call out to Lawrence and see if Gordy also looks at you. Because what if Lawrence is a hive mind type thing, where multiple people can be possessed by this Lawrence?
Sure. So I say, Lawrence.
Gordy drops what he's doing, turns and looks at you, and Maddox turns and looks at you.
We need to get out of here.
They don't do anything.
I'm in the room still.
Yes.
I would like to make a perception check to see if there's anything out of place, like a hole in the ceiling or one of the walls or anything.
Yeah, do a perception check.
13. That's 16.
16.
Yes.
On the side of the wall, closest to the entrance, right above the entrance, there is a hole.
How big?
What was your roll again?
It was 13 plus 3. That's 16.
Not very large. Yeah, it's around the size, type size, medium to large.
Okay. I go through it. I have dark vision. I can see.
It's oh, okay. I didn't think of this. Okay. Yeah, so you start crawling through this hole. Oh man, wow, I did not expect this to happen.
Let's go for the
you were just in this tunnel system that is leading up and down, and it's going all around the area. And then you come to a fork in the road, and you can either go left or right. You are actually gone from
the room.
From the room.
Okay, so whatever's going on in there, I do not know what's going on.
Yeah, now you have a call clasp.
Okay, cool.
That's true.
So I let them know what I'm seeing, and I let them know where I am. meaning I don't know where I am. I'm just in a tunnel. I don't know where in regards to the map that we already know, but I am in a tunnel system. And you guys, call class.
And I go, where are you?
I am in a tunnel that was in the side of the wall, and I do not know where I am right now. I'm about to take, I'm feeling the right. No, you know what? I'm going to go left.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Just
gonna go
remember that there's something up in there too that could be creepy. And right now, I have no idea what to do with these two.
Get them to get Brutus, and
Find Brutus.
Find Brutus, and if I'm not out in 10
Yes,
minutes,
but if
open
you
up the engine room.
Okay, but if you recall, he said, "Don't say the word Lawrence to me." Those two have been possessed in some way, taken over by this Lawrence. Brutus is the only one that actually has maintained his mind. That could be why he is shielding himself off. In a sense, he needs to stay where he is, or he's going to be infected too.
That's a good idea, but also if this tunnel system also leads into the area where Brutus is, there's a chance that whatever is doing this has got Brutus already anyway.
I don't know.
So you said you went left?
I go left.
So as you're having this conversation, you're going left. You kind of go up, and then you go. You're into a room, or you're leading to an entrance of a room, and there's a hole, and it's a room you have not been in before, and it's quite. Oh, you have dark vision. In the center of this room is a big giant machine, and then if you kind of poke your head and look around, you see a closed door.
I think I'm in the engine room.
You're in the engine room.
Okay, cool. Is there anything else in the engine room besides this?
Make a perception check.
That is a 9 total.
You can't notice anything out of the ordinary.
I mean, I am still in the tunnel. I'll give myself that.
you just like a little bit.
I just got my head poked out of this tunnel. All right, hand on my call class. Emmi, get them to open up the last door to the engine room because I am in the engine room.
Okay.
Yeah. It's probably better if we get everybody together. But I'm already here, and maybe I could go ahead and try to open up the doors to the Wellforge and the entrance.
Okay, so are you gonna get out of the hole?
Yeah, I'm out of the hole.
So you drop from the ceiling and you're into the you're in the middle of the engine room. Emmi, are you going? We'll cut back to you. I actually really have to pee. So.
Okay. I hope you cut that out.
I might. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll keep in this pee break. We'll put in some elevator music under this dialogue.
Royalty-free elevator.
Yeah, say we
I'm so
confused.
Curious. I'm confused as well.
Evidently, something has taken over the brothers.
Yes.
And it all has to do. I wonder if this is part of the
that floating skull.
that
you kept talking about.
Yeah, that was just a big floating skull. It wouldn't have been able to go off on its own.
You don't think that it could have grown legs or something?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
No.
So
and they said they
took
care of it.
Okay.
So remember? No, we took care of it. That thing's gone or whatever. That's what they said.
Okay.
And I was like,
so maybe it's something else completely. Something that was like living in the mountain or something.
I think it might have to do with the insect glaive. Maybe one of them.
No, Sylvian's the spider already. Because it sounds like that was a spider that was crawling around and went...
But large. I mean, it was like...
It was large.
Yeah. It was something that had large, long legs.
I'm honestly surprised it didn't eat me in the tunnels.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I would have stayed in the tunnel and chilled out there until you opened the engine room up, but I figured I'd be safer in the engine room than inside the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I guess, honestly, the only options we have is because if you're right about keeping Brutus safe on that wing, then the only thing we can do is just go in the engine room and open up the doors, like to the Wellforge and stuff, and do what we set out to do. Because there's no way, unless I went through all the tunnels to try to find Reddick, That would take. I mean, we should just do what we came here to do first. Try to figure out what's going on. So
I'll find out what you guys are talking about when I listen to this.
okay.
So what is the plan now?
So you're.
I'm so
walking
excited.
over-
This is so much fun.
I'm terrified.
Emmy, I think is gathering the others to
Yeah.
come join us.
'Cause I
join me
said-
in the engine room.
Lawrence. Come on, let go. No, because remember they take commands. Go to the engine room. We need to open engine room doors.
So they both just start walking. Matic is walking more ahead of Gordy, and so you are walking in between them, and you are walking. You and Roderick go through the engine room doors. You're walking around the ones that are already opened, and you finally find the one that is closed. Matic just walks over and he starts putting in the final code. And Jak, you're still in the engine room, right?
Yes.
So it opens, and then you see this light like come into the room, and you see everybody there, and you're all just kind of
In the engine room.
And there's nothing there.
Emmy, make a perception check.
Okay. Oh. 4.
You don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Could Roderick do a perception check?
No, because Roderick kind of steps in and looks, and he goes, I don't know much about machines, but this engine looks fine.
Okay, and earlier, Roderick, you said to me, we might not like what we see behind this door. And clearly I don't like knowing that Gordy was also been taken over by...
I was expecting something worse. I was expecting some sort of monster or fiend or something, but
Oh, okay.
I didn't expect to see Gordy, no.
However, this is actually a monster because something has taken over both of them.
Wait,
I don't know.
hold on. Hey, Lawrence,
Yeah, they both turn and look at you.
where are you?
It doesn't.
Doesn't respond.
They both kind of look really confused.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, we need the code to open the forge.
Open the, undo the safe, this safe thing.
They
I forget the words.
don't respond. Roderick says, I think they just have to turn on the engine.
Okay, Lawrence, turn on the engine.
They both walk over, and you see the two of them. Gordy just kind of grabs two wires and splices them together, and Maddox simply just pushes a button, and then everything comes back on. And then as you hear everything come back on, you hear all the doors in the building simultaneously open.
Which means the forge should be open and the outside should be open.
Yes. Okay. We should make our way to the well forge. If all the doors are open too, maybe we could check on Brutus, but...
Yeah, I guess we could check on Brutus and then... All right, we'll do that.
Okay, so you're going...
Back to the workshop area to go check on Brutus.
What are you doing with Maddox and Gordy?
Lawrence, follow us.
They follow you.
Thank you.
So you guys start walking, and it's nice and normal, and you are going by. As you kind of start going into you're going past the factory, you can hear two voices talking from the entrance. And they are voices that you've heard. It is Chief Moxie and Lieutenant Pallone are talking, and you can hear, and it kind of sounds like they're nearing the front
Oh, dear.
of the entrance.
And I say to you, you realize that those are those policemen dudes.
Lawrence, can you shut the entrance?
They both walk over. And as you guys finally get to the door leading into the three-way hallway, they punch in a code, and the engine door shuts down, or just shuts.
The engine or
Or the entrance?
Sorry, entrance.
entrance door?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Is the hallway to the workshop, is that open now?
Yeah, everything's
Okay,
open.
Cool. So I command Lawrence to come follow us.
They start
and
walking.
We go to find Brutus.
So where are you going to? The workshop?
Yeah, that was
We checked the workshop first. Yeah.
Yeah. The last time we saw him was right there at the entrance.
He could be in the break room, but like should check the workshop.
When you walk into the workshop, it's exactly as you left it.
And he's not there.
You don't. Well, I would say make a perception check.
Okay.
Both.
One of you.
Let's see. Oh, 11
13?
plus 2. Yeah, 13.
13.
Yeah, everything is just as you left it, and then on the side of the wall, you can see there's a hole.
A hole?
Mm-hmm.
He made a hole?
Something made a hole.
Oh,
Let's
look in the hole.
look in the hole.
Go look in the hole.
Let's go to the hole.
Okay, so you go to the hole. Yeah, Jack, it's the same one you crawled through earlier.
It just leads into the tunnel system.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? We're already here. We got the entrance closed. Honestly, it seems kind of like we got this place to ourselves and whatever freakish monster is here with us, if it's a monster at all. Let's explore the tunnels.
You sure?
Roderick goes,
First of all, Roderick's not gonna fit.
I won't be able to fit.
Yeah. I was going to say.
I'm too broad.
I don't know that I want these two other following us in a small hole, and Roderick can't fit. I opt to just say, you know what? Let's go to the forge.
Okay. Should we check the break room first, though?
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean, we're here anyway, so
Yeah, we can just walk.
move
let's
past.
just walk down.
You move past the hole, and you go into. You walk down the hallway. You see the break room. You see the break room doors open. You walk in, and I can read you what the break. It's a small office space. You can see you see desks in the corners of the room. One has a lot of like papers and like material on it, like crafting material. Like there's leather and like wood carvings and like sewing needles on it. And then the other desk doesn't have a whole lot on it.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, there's nothing here, and there is no hole.
Okay.
No hole in the break room.
No,
Okay.
there's nothing there.
So, I mean, and none of this takes very long. We just
No,
walk down the hall.
You literally walked in and looked and
look
like,
in. No, he's not
there's
here.
nothing there.
And I'm like, okay, I
I
opt
guess
to.
we just go to the
let's
well
just
forge.
go to the wall
Okay.
forge. And the sooner we get out of here,
The better it's
The
probably
better.
going to be.
So when you walk and you're in the factory and you see the biggest door leading to the well forge, it's slightly closed. So when you go in, like the little panel is glowing, like as if you need to put in a code.
Okay. Lawrence, put in that code.
They both just kind of walk and are like bumping next to each other, putting in the code together. And the door opens.
Okay. I guess as we're walking in there, I do have another question for Lawrence. Lawrence, what were you looking for in those crates in the storage room?
Gordy says, I was told to get weapons for the artificer.
The artificer? Who is the artificer?
Jarrus.
Jarrus. Who is Jarrus?
As you say that, are you standing in front of the forge?
I mean, I guess
We're
kind of be
like-
walking
Are you walking
into
in?
the forge.
Yeah,
You
we're not-
walk in and the door shuts behind you. You finally see the well forge of design.
Yes.
It is a huge open room. There is carvings of old dwarven legends on the walls depicting a multitude of different things. Even among these carvings, you actually see a departed guardian symbol. In the center of the floor is this massive cauldron.
Boil, toil, and trouble.
And
that quote.
You can see
Oh boy.
4 small channels, like, running. If you're facing north, it would be, which you're not, I'm just saying that for the audience.
Gotcha.
It's like the southwest corner. You can see these 4 channels that are covered over a glass panel leading into the 4 channels that make up the factory floor.
Okay.
So they'd be connected. somehow
And then
underneath.
in this big cauldron, there is that green swirling liquid that is just circling around it. And part of the cauldron is protruding from the ground, almost like a crock pot. And behind the cauldron, there is sort of like some stone steps.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredibly immense and pretty. And there's someone in front of the cauldron. And when they turn around, they say, "Well, you're all looking for Jairus. Guess you found me." And when you see him, you see Reddick standing in front of you. Little suspenders, his suit jacket seemingly to be gone. And he's wearing something on his chest that has these long metallic legs sticking out of it. There are 4. And on the center of his chest is
It's a symbol.
a symbol with the letter J. And you see because the door closed behind you, Brutus is standing there, holding his axe, and he looks at the two of you going,
I'm sorry.